I don't want to be mean, but I will be very direct here because it is a roast. So let's put our big boy pants on, big girl pants on, and all in the spirit of learning. Nathaniel Daniel. The first thing I'm going to write on here for you is consistency, and you got to go review your proportions. Okay, so I think with your proportions overall, like she looks like she's wearing a spacesuit. Like if she was wearing that armor, it would be hard to walk. This feels like me in snow pants with armor on top of it. You know, like when you're a child and you have to wear snow pants and it's like you're just falling all over the place, especially if this is armor and this is metal. Like if you've ever tried to wear metal shorts and tried to walk, that's not going well for anyone. So I would consider studying armor, because usually like armor in the medieval ages, right? I've like gone and looked at the armor. They usually have like a hole or an opening here in the crotch so that you can actually move your legs and, you know, go to the bathroom. Study armor design. And then like, what is up with this like squid hand here? What? I'm just gonna make this into a squid. There's like a little squid man on the back of her hand. Like the hands here look okay, right? They look like they're well insulated, but like, come on now, use your reference. You clearly did not use a proper reference. If you can't find a good reference, guys, use your own hands. You have 2 of them. Like you can take a picture in less than 2 seconds and get exactly what you want. There's no excuse for squid hands, okay? Nathaniel Daniel, your art is good, but it's only as good as your weakest link. Okay, so if your weakest link is drawing hands, you better study hands and draw 100 hands so that you can fix this squid hand, okay, and level up your art. Because I think the rest of your drawings are, you know, pretty good, like pretty emotional, you know, like fun to look at. But yeah, no squid hands. No more of that. This face is hilarious. Tell me you made that face in the mirror. Please, it's so good. Okay. One thing that I see that is like so common, I see everybody do this, including my 3-year-old, okay? This is how my 3-year-old draws a face. Circle, eyes, nose, mouth, and then like eyebrows. Okay, so guys, I know that noses are in the middle of the face, but they do not, let me repeat, they do not interrupt the middle of the eyebrows, okay? Don't do that. So noses actually visually will connect to your eyebrow. So if I drew like a dotted line here, and a dotted line here, right? Your nose will visually connect, okay? So this here makes no sense. No anatomical sense. You might as well do what my 3-year-old does and like bring the nose all the way up to the middle of the forehead, because that's the anatomy that you're showing me with your current drawing. So no need, okay, guys? Noses do not connect in between your eyebrows. They actually go to your eyebrow. Okay, so I'm gonna fix all your noses because it's a little painful to see. Okay, this guy's eyes is a little weird too, but I'm just going to help you fix it. Okay, consistency. Remember, where do noses come from? This one actually like goes into the frown, so that one's actually working. These, we're gonna fix these. Don't draw a sideways nose on a face that's facing the front. Don't do that. Okay, it is amateur. Don't do that, especially if you're building a portfolio. Who is next? Tricks. So when I saw this, my first reaction was like, yeah, this looks like a fever dream, but this right side looks really cool. Like this background, it's got texture, it's got like really cool colors, analogous palette, very nice composition, good grouping of the trees. Like this looks pretty great. But my friend, if I cover up the right side, this side is like, what is going on here? This looks really scary. It looks really scary. I don't know that that's a tree, and the characters are like stark white, so they look very flat. Can we match the left side and the right side? Let's talk about trees for a second here. tree structure. Okay, so there's no structure in this tree right now because you've kind of flattened it with the texture. So there are ways to simplify trees when you have a trunk and your trunk is this wide, okay? And then your branch is like wider than your trunk. This tree looks like it's gonna fall over, or it looks impossible. Like this is just not right. So, which is why it looks very weird, right? So what I would do here for your tree is I would at least make this branch smaller. So I'm gonna follow your anatomy. Okay, so you got this branch, you got this branch. This branch, we're gonna pretend it's behind everything else. Okay, and then we're gonna end the tree, like we're gonna end it so that it's not so wide down here at the bottom. So maybe like these two branches are in the foreground and this one back here is in the background. So structurally, this is part of a different branch that's coming behind that tree. Trees, arms, legs, when you draw limbs of any kind, you need overlap. Show me which branch is in front and which branch is behind. It's not hard to do. You can use lines, you can use values. But yeah, let's get this tree right first, right? Make it thicker, like just make it much thicker. You can bring this up a little higher, make it thinner as it goes out. Now, like, this is like the most basic thing, guys, but I can't tell you how many people will draw arms and legs, limbs, or branches like this. It's like, no, draw a tapered cylinder, okay? Things have to be narrower, okay, as they get to the ends, just like our fingers, okay? Our fingers are narrower as they get to the tips. So please don't draw cylinders without that taper. It doesn't make sense. I can't really tell if this is a human. The face is a little weird. Is that one bunny ear? Maybe I'm just not familiar with this character, but yeah, it's a little scary. So if somebody is standing in a pink room, okay, and they're completely white, they are either glowing or they were cut out and put on top of the background. You need to use some color, even if you have a white character, okay? So what I would do is just like put some pink tones in the character itself so it doesn't look so flat. And we have tree videos on our channel. Watch those. All right.
Do you want your art roasted? Want to know exactly how to fix your mistakes? Join our Discord and be the first to know when our next call for submissions open.
Who's next? Quid quo. Well, it's roast time. What is this? What am I looking at there? I have no idea what is going on. This is supposed to be the last panel. So is this character melting into the sunlight? Are they turning into a barcode? What is going on here? I am so confused. In terms of your comic, like, don't be fancy with the text. I can't read this. Like if I was looking at this comic like this, right? It's zoomed in my screen. Like this is the biggest I can have on my XP pen. I have a 24-inch XP pen and I still have to zoom in to look at whatever it is you're saying. Don't be fancy with your text. If you want to get fancy, you can get fancy with like the big words. Like this is okay. I understand and I can read what that says. The M looks like kind of like an H, right? I don't know if it's an M or if it's an H, so don't use confusing fonts. Like don't get fancy. What is the most important thing? The story. Allow people to read it. Rule number 1 of graphic design is that form follows function. You are drawing a story. You're illustrating a story. It has text, okay? The text needs to be readable. So right now your text is way too small. It needs to be on 2 lines, right? ... You two took your breakfast? ? You cleaned everything? Should be on 2 lines, and then blinds, shutters. This I actually quite like. This is pretty dramatic, but it also is a little confusing because like I can't tell what this is. Is this an eye that's like behind hair, or what is that? I think this is the eye and this is the nose thing. Maybe like what is that? Get rid of it. It's confusing. I like the effects though. Like this looks actually pretty cool. Okay. So there's like no contrast. Like I know it's supposed to be dark. I know it's supposed to be nighttime, but like it's very hard to read. You can't see the silhouette of the person. Let's turn on this handy dandy black and white filter and see what we're dealing with here. Like without the color, it's really hard. And let me tell you something, as a graphic designer, once upon a time, I had to go to press approvals. Do you guys know what a press approval is? It's like I had to go to the physical printing press to approve the colors on the page and make sure that it's exactly what it appears like on screen. So when your values are too close or your colors are too close, it may not print the way you want, and it may just all blend together and look like a muddy pile of stuff. So make sure that your colors have enough contrast, right? Color contrast, as in hue, as well as value contrast, okay, as in tone. Otherwise, you're not going to be happy with how it looks on various screens. Okay, so artificial contrast is your friend. All you need to do is select, just like select her silhouette, right? You can see how rough I'm being with it. Select her silhouette, find your purple, get a brighter purple, and you can, if you want to be lazy, you can use the gradient tool, like, right? Now, there's a little bit more contrast. Yay! It took like 2 seconds. You can do this, okay? Okay, here she's calmed down a little bit. I think she needs more contrast. She's wearing a purple sweater. She's got purple hair, and she's in a purple room. You've really set yourself up to win here. Here, like, I think her face could be way bigger. Like, you have so much empty space. You have way too much space here for her tiny little face. So if you wanted more visual interest, more emotion, here, let's cut off her head and let's make it way bigger. Okay, that's way better. Fill the space. Fill the space with her emotion. Let me see the pain in her eyes. You can even, give her like some highlights in her eyes, or whatever it is you need to do to show that emotion. Get way bigger. In all of these panels, she's the same size. It's boring, right? Like, there's so many things you can do here to make it a lot more interesting. Here, you can just show half of her face, right? Like maybe over here, what can you do to make this whole comic more interesting? Like maybe here, you just show a little bit, but her face is bigger. I think that variety and contrast is really going to help you with your story. And like, put some more effort into this last panel because it looks like a fried barcode. Okay, this is the payoff of the story, and it's not paying off. Whew. All right, Dan is next. I was wondering if the broken glass reflections are accurate. Also, lighting needs some work. First of all, I did not even notice the broken glass because it is not shiny enough. It doesn't have enough values. It doesn't disrupt the picture enough. So if you want to talk about glass, can you hear me typing? Do you know what that means? Do you know what I'm searching for? It starts with a big R. So you'll notice with broken glass that one kind of looks like a spider web. It has a area of impact, right? It reflects color. Now, if it's just behind white, glass has a green tinge to it, right? So here it makes sense that it's green. However, it also has very high contrast. Look at how dark the darks are and look at how light the lights are, right? Lights on one side, darks on the other side, and some green here. Now let's go back to your piece. I don't even see the area of impact. This doesn't look like it's smashed glass. There's no impact here. This just looks like I don't know what it, I don't really know what it looks like. It looks like maybe like pieces of glass put together carefully. So let's make this actually look like glass, shall we? Let's take some white and let's just like create. You can be like super messy with it. These need to be broken lines, right? You need an area of impact. Where is that impact? I don't see it at all. It's like so subtle. Like somebody carefully cut stuff out of glass, right? It doesn't work that way, right? All you need is a little bit more contrast. There you go. So see, that took 2 seconds, right? If you want to add color to it, you can, but it doesn't really matter. It's not about the reflections. It's more about the action that you're missing. Okay. And then like there are simple things that you can do here by using the lasso tool, right? Like let's say I just select this as a shard of glass. I can do the old gradient trick Boom. There you go. Okay, so there, we fixed your glass a little bit, but like, Dan, do you have a chin? Look at your chin. First of all, I'm sorry if you don't, but you know, I'm guessing that 99% of the chance is that you do have a chin, whether it's big or small, you have one. And why don't your characters have chins? Like it just kind of like disappears. So several things, questionable things here that I feel the need to point out. The lack of chin is disturbing. Her neck is gray. Oh my goodness. Oh, way better. Oh my goodness. Okay, now she has a chin and a neck. But like, wait, what's up with her neck? What is up with the neck? Guys, this is another thing that I see 100 million times, okay, when I teach head drawing. Necks do not go straight up and down. If you have a head and it looks remotely 3D, okay, the neck does not do this. It does not go straight up and down. It is always on an angle. Necks do not go up and down. They taper towards the back. Please, please, please don't make necks go up and down. They look silly. They look silly. And like this neck, what is going on here? It's so thick, like so thick. I assume that this is a little girl. She looks like a little girl because her head is huge and her shoulders are small and she's got this like little girl look. But first of all, can we give her some shoulders and like a neck that doesn't look like she's like her neck right now looks like she's a bodybuilder, you know? Like just super, super thick. Her neck should end about here. You see how I'm drawing like this? Okay, so let's give her some shoulders, please, better shoulders. There we go. And this background. Let's make her look a little less like a bodybuilder. Okay, there we go. Oof, that's better. Okay, now let's create some separation between her neck and her collar. Okay, guess what I'm gonna do? Add artificial contrast. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm repeating myself. Let's do it here. Let's do it on the collar instead. Okay, let's take this lovely white that you made and our lovely gradient tool, and we'll do this. You can even do the bottom if you're feeling lazy. There you go, look at that. Oh my goodness. She has a neck. Woohoo! Okay, wait. I'm like, wait, where is her mouth? Why is this line so thin? Let's learn how to draw a mouth, okay? Now, I do gotta say, your rendering is pretty good. Like the hair, like that looks pretty good. The fire looks pretty good. You got a glow going on here. Like the gold necklace looks pretty good. Yeah, but like, okay, let's fix the mouth. So you have the right idea, giving some shading to the lower lip, but like you either need to make the line of her mouth more visible, which is probably easier to do. So let's select this color and let's just make that line a little thicker, okay? Just a little thicker. If you want to be cute, you can make the corners of her mouth a little bit thicker, right? Oh, there you go. Like, that's it. Look, done. Now she has a mouth. Let's do the same thing with this guy over here. Let's rescue him. Let's give him a mouth too. And then for consistency, we're gonna give him a little bit of a shadow as well, right there. If you draw a face, okay, and your face is more like, I'm just simplifying it as a block. Okay, so let's say you're looking down at this face. Okay, if you're looking down, then everything is going to curve down. So then if I turn this into a face like this, right, the lines of the nose, the lines of the mouth, and the line of the eyes are all going to curve up, right? So what that means is that the nose, you're only going to see like the tip of the nose, really. Right? You're not going to see the nostrils. On girls, like the upturned nose thing is a thing on anime style girls, but on the guys, it looks a little funky there. So let's just like make the nose a little more subtle. So you could draw like a triangle, you know, like something like that, and it would look a little less weird. Or you can just kind of like go with something like this, right? If you want to be really stylized with it. And sort of simple, like you have a super rendered nose. Like this nose is like, it's outlined, it's got the nostrils, it's got the shading, and it's like, you know, and then the mouth is just like neglected. So whatever you do, be consistent, okay? Use the same amount of detail for the nose as the mouth in general terms, because that's really what's going to make things look more unified as a whole. All right. And thank you to everybody who submitted. You guys were such good sports about all of it. I had over 100 submissions, and I wish I could get to you all.
Do you want your art roasted? Want to know exactly how to fix your mistakes? Join our Discord and be the first to know when our next call for submissions open.
Here's a couple other videos you can check out next.